dear brothers and sisters, in our gospel today, Jesus saves his disciples from the danger of drowning. And Jesus, out of his love and concern for his disciples, did something no human being could do. Jesus walked on water because he wants to save his disciples. And that love of Jesus casts out not only the strong winds and the big waves, but the love of Jesus casts out the fear in the hearts of his disciples. That is why what St. John tells us in our first reading today is very true. Perfect love drives out fear. Ang tapat, dalisay, at tunay na pag-ibig ay nag-aalis ng anumang uri ng takot. If there is love, fear has no room. If there is love, there is no place for fear. If there is love, there is nothing to be afraid of. But if there is no love, then for sure, fear will come in. If there is no love, then fear will be instilled in the hearts of people. Ang kakulangan sa pag-ibig ay pagkakataon upang magkaroon ng takot, upang maghasik ng takot sa puso ng tao. Perfect love removes all fears. And that, my dear brothers and sisters, is the story of Christmas. Christmas is about a God who came to us, who became one like us in order to drive away our fears. We live in a terrifying and frightening world. Like the disciples, our lives are also constantly being tossed about by strong winds and by big waves. Some people, some husbands and wives also experience this. They experience their marriage being tossed about by strong winds and big waves. May mga mag-asawa na ang kanilang pagsasama ay hinayanig ng malakas na bagyo. May mga pamilya na ang kanilang pagkakaisa ay hinayanig ng malalakas na hangin at ng malalaking alon. And even now, as we continue to battle with the pandemic, we are once again faced with strong winds and big waves. Dumadami na naman ang may sakit at hindi na naman natin alam kung saan tayo dadalhin. Many get sick, and not only that, many people are afraid because they might again lose their jobs, they might again lose their livelihood. We are constantly being tossed about by strong winds and big waves. And many of us feel we are drowning. Parang nalulunod na tayo at hindi natin alam kung paano pa tayo masasagip. But the good news of Christmas is this, that in the midst of this terrifying world, even if there are strong winds and big waves, God comes. Jesus comes not only to love us, but to be loved. Dumating si Jesus hindi lamang upang mahalin tayo, kundi upang maging pag-ibig mismo ng Diyos sa mundo. And Jesus comes to tell us, take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid. If I could walk on water just to save my disciples, if I could become man just to be one with you, I could also do everything in order to save you. Because I love you. And that love of God is enough to drive away any fear in our heart. My dear brothers and sisters, what are your fears? What are you afraid of? We are afraid of getting sick. We are afraid that one of our family members might get sick. We are afraid of the situation of those who are sick. We are afraid of what will happen to us. But we are still in the Christmas season. God comes to tell us, I am here. Take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid. My dear brothers and sisters, Jesus tells us not to be afraid, not because everything will be okay, but because even if things are not okay, He is with us and He loves us, and that is enough. In fact, that is more than enough.